If you are currently studying 8, 10, or even 12 hours a day and your marks are still average, you are not lazy. You are not smart enough. You are just stuck in a trap that catches 90% of students. And honestly, it took me years to find out this the hard way through actual burnout, dark circles, and one exam where I scored 40% despite studying literally every single day. So if you are sitting there and thinking I am doing so much but nothing changing, this video is going to change how you think about studying. Let's get into it. Section 1. The trap. Here's the thing. Whenever we want a big goal like a killer exam score, what our first instinct? Let's study more hours. We stretch our study hours, we cut plans, we cut sleep, we basically turn ourselves into a studying machine. Sound logical, right? More hours, more result. But here's the plot twist. Millions of students study 10 to 12 hours a day, and most of them still don't hit their dream score. So clearly, hours are not the alone answer. Now, when we realize this, we take the next step. We think maybe my focus is weak. So we go down the YouTube habit hole, Pomodoro technique, no phone rules, background music, cold showers before studying, and all of them help a little. But some students still don't change their result score. Why? Because we are completely ignoring most important piece of the puzzle. So section 2, the 3 gear system. Here's where I give all concept, something I call the 3 gear system. Think of studying like driving a car. There are 3 gears. Gears 1, Gear 2, Gear 3. Gear 1, quantity. How much time you study. Gear 2, focus. How attentive you are during that time. Gear 3, method, quality. How effective the actual technique you are using really is. Here's the biggest secret. Most students only work on Gear 1 and Gear 2. They increase hours, they try focus tip, but Gear 3 method quality completely ignored. And Gear 3 is the literally engine of the whole system. If your method is weak, it doesn't matter if you're studying 15 hours or studying without your phones. You are basically running a slow, outdated engine. At full speed, it's going to break down eventually. Think about like this. If you are trying to cut wood with a blunt knife for 10 hours versus a sharp knife that does the same job in 2 hours, which one is smarter? Obviously, the sharp knife. Method quality is your sharp knife. Section 3. High versus low quality method. So the question is, how do you know if your method is sharp or blunt? Simple, ask yourself these 3 questions. First, does this feel boring or engaging? If you are falling asleep during studying, underlying sentences, or rereading the same para without actually thinking, that's a blunt method. It feels boring because your brain isn't doing actively anything. Second, am I actively thinking or just passively copying? High quality methods make you generate your own questions, explain things in your own word, or solve problems. If you are just highlighting or copying, that's passive. Passive means weak memory. Third, after the practice test, do I feel confident or blank? If your mind goes blank in the exam, despite 6 hours of studying, that's your biggest red flag that the method isn't working. Real example, a friend of mine used to reread her notes 5 times before every exam, 6 hours a day. She felt confident, then in the exam her mind went blank. Because rereading feels productive, it's actually one of the weakest methods out there. No active recall, no real thinking involved. We switched her to active recall plus teaching is equal to active. The concept out loud like she is explaining it to a 10-year-old. Same 6 hours, her score jumped from C to a solid A. Same time, better engine. So section 4. Why no burnout? Now here's the best part. When you use a high quality method, something magical happens. Your focus starts to improve its own, because boring passive studying is exactly what makes you distracted in the first place. When your brain is actively engaged, solving, planning, explaining, you don't feel sleepy, you don't get distracted. It literally fuels your focus instead of draining. So those students who easily study 12 hours a day aren't Superman. Their secret is simple. Their engine is sharp, so it doesn't take as much as effort as it does for you struggling with a blunt shaft. Here is the best part. Once your method is right, you might not even need 12 hours. You could get the same result in 5 to 6 hours, which means extra sleep, extra life. So next step is simple. Starting today, check your current method against these three questions. If it's boring, passive, and leaves you feeling blank in exams, it's time to upgrade your engine, not just hours. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel, because in the next video I am going to walk through the exact same quality of self-growth method step by step. I am your dear future Ritika, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.